Everybody, it's Invictus. Time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Saturday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends have gone off to a great start. We had another video across 3,000 likes, which now puts us at 187 over 210, already only 23 away from the Glitch Chaos run, which I am looking forward to. And on top of that, we have today's artwork of the day submitted in by Hopeful Rice 5980, who said, in hopes that we all see Glitch Chaos. And then down in the thread below, they said, doodled this up at work. My daughter and me love watching your videos, and it's something we have come to enjoy. So I hope that she sees this. I did this with the old style logo simply because it just stuck out to me. Reminds me of the old times when your computer had the glitch pause thing. Ha ha ha. Thank you very much to Hopeful Rice and everyone who upvoted that. Yeah, I love it. I love the little sissy hanging off. I love the fact that, you know, the old logo, the old, like I call it the old like Mickey Mouse style logo, is wearing the glitch crown and has the chaos, like, you know, sort of tattooed in the middle. Looks really, really awesome. Today is going to be Kilo Golf November Lima Papa Golf Lima 6. We've got Super Bandage, and we also are starting off with a sacrifice room, which is interesting to me. But the problem is obviously that we don't have any idea of exactly how much HP we have. Now there is a way for us to find out. If we end up getting something like a half red heart, we could, theoretically anyway, we could try to game it to where we can see how much HP we have based on whether or not Isaac leaves a little bit of puddle of it's a pee puddle down below the doorway every time he exits or just enters a room. Obviously we're not there yet, although we should never have taken damage in this room. Yeah, I mean, getting either one of those options or pay to play would be fine right now. We just can't afford it. That's the bottom line. So now we have the strength card, which is also very interesting because obviously we could use that for the sacrifice room and make some big time plays early on. But again, with us having the Curse of the Unknown is really lame on an Eden start here, because it kind of limits, even more so than Curse of the Blind, it limits your options that you can have for plays like this, for plays like with a temperance machine or that sort of thing. So yeah, we also have Keeper's shop, which I'm just going to do that there. And it basically just gives you a random shop item to buy. It can be a consumable, it can be a premium item, it can be a half-price item, all sorts of stuff. Now, I'm very interested in getting this golden poop here because it could be a counterfeit penny, it could be lots of money. We're not sure yet. Hopefully, it's a bunch of dimes. I mean, it's not going to be, but it could be. Damage is okay. Tears rate is awful. Shot speed is okay. Movement speed is okay as well. But our tears rate is just not great. 2.26. It's not the worst we've seen, but it's certainly not the best. It's nowhere near the best. And we do get counterfeit penny, so now we have to make a decision on whether or not we're going to end up using a bomb on the donation machine if we end up getting a bomb, which right now we don't have one. So theoretically, it is possible for us to make money using a bomb on the donation machine, but I'd prefer just to find the money. Obviously, I don't want to ding the donation machine because we're only at $4, but if it comes down to that versus us getting like options, then I'd rather get options. I don't think pay to play is going to be in the cards here. And we have to hold on to the strength card right now anyway, because we don't, again, we don't know how much HP we have. And also, I'm thinking about the long term here and thinking about the devil deal on the next floor that we can use the strength card for as well. Of course, there's a trick that you can do against Baby Plum where you simply just don't attack her, and she, after a little bit of time, she will eventually just leave the room and give you the Plum Flute. It's not a bad option if you have just truly atrocious damage, which we don't. But we got a Tears Up anyway, so... Okay, so now that we have a Tears Up with Binky, at least we know that we have a Soul Heart. We're not going to die going into the Cursed room here. And it's going to be Curse the Tower, which would technically give us a bomb, but obviously not worth the risk. So our Hail Mary here now is going to be playing, basically buying this bomb, getting into the secret room, and also blowing up the Keeper all in one fell bomb, which has to be placed perfectly, which we did. We did not get a nickel. We are going to be able to get at least more options, as well as the Soul Heart here, which is good. It's very good. We needed that. So, unfortunately, we had to ding our donation machine, but that's what it's there for. What can you do? So, and you know, thankfully, we did get a Tears Up. So yeah, it's not all doom and gloom here. Not yet, anyway. Excuse me. So going over to last week's question of the episode here, which was the best item for the loss, because obviously on last Saturday, thanks to the amazing crochet loss that we had submitted on Reddit, I decided to play a Lost Run. I said in that episode, have you ever seen or used the Ventricle Razor combo in this manner? And what we did basically was we had the Ventricle Razor on the Lost. Anytime that we would go into a new area, we would simply just drop the Ventricle Razor. That way we had an escape route so we can get out of there in case we did take damage and refresh our Holy Mantle. Also, we have lots of HP. So I would have loved to have played the Sack Room, but again, you know, hindsight's 2020. Obviously, if I had known what our HP was, we would have gone super ham on that Sack Room, but they love it. I'm gonna go Rotten Tomato because the painting the effect is great. I mean, like obviously having a Spirit Heart or Soul Heart generator is important, but getting half of our items replaced by Horseman items is not good. So I'd much rather take our chances here with not with Keeper's Shop per se, but I've seen Keeper's Shop drop some pretty good stuff. It doesn't happen often, but it can. You can drop some pretty clutch drops. I've seen it drop Soul Hearts when we really desperately needed it, or Red Hearts or something like that. So I'm gonna hold on to it for now. More bombs. Looking for double tinted rocks. None in here. So going over to last week's question of the episode, talking about the Ventricle Razor play. The most upvoted comment came in from, I'm going to say Luis Jeandin or Yeendin, 1970, who said, I've never seen it, with exclamation point. Thank you very much, Luis or Lewis. It's a combo that not a lot of people have seen because they just don't simply play the Lost, or, you know, Ventricle Razor is not an item that really a whole lot of people care about. But in certain instances, giving yourself an escape route, especially as the Lost, is almost like game-changing. It kind of, in a weird way, it kind of works like the old school Glowing Hourglass did. Lots of HP here. Very happy to have another Tears Up, thanks to Mr. Dolly. I'm going to take Little Horn because Little Horn at least gives us a little bit of a, no pun intended, it gives us a little bit of a tier effect that can help execute bosses or clear up the more annoying mobs. I was pretty sure the Super Secret Room was here. It was, so we might be able to play that Confessional Booth. I don't know. I think I'm just going to buy the Soul Heart. We could go into the Cursed Room. We didn't get a Guppy item, and honestly, I'd rather just save our HP for something a little bit better than that. And Curse the Blind on floor 3. And by that, I meant, like, not more valuable than a Guppy item, but more valuable than losing a Soul Heart going into the Curse Room, which I don't really see being all that spectacular. So, next most upvoted comment came in from Carl. I'm going to say Carl M. And they said, I really don't play the Lost, but the Ventricle Razor strategy with him is pretty genius. Oh, wow, we got a Dagaz rune. It's going to clear Curse the Blind. Basically like the Glowing Hourglass, but infinite uses. And yeah, that's basically what I just got done saying. Ooh. Okay, well, speaking of the devil, and ye shall appear, we are going to take Guppy's tail. Might as well take Gimpy as well. I'm not going to take my Shadow. There's nothing inherently wrong with my Shadow. It's just like I would rather save the HP for something better. So thank you very much, Carl. And yeah, it's, you know, I'm glad that some people saw some new strategies come out of that video, especially for the Lost, which is widely considered to be one of the toughest characters because he is so fragile. And then last but not least, we also had the third most upvoted comment came in from Diabo or Diabo 4566, who said, nope, never seen this before, this combo before. And by the way, you got a lot of items that would have made this run so much stronger if you could take damage. And yeah, I mean that's Isaac, baby. You know how it goes by now. So if you're wondering why some enemies are glowing red here, that is basically Rotten Tomato, which is painting the targets and making all other mobs aggravate towards that target, and they'll attack it. They'll think that it's basically Isaac, and it's very good crowd control. Very, very good for taking out bosses that deal contact damage, and overall just a solid item. Let's see if we can get into the secret room here. Obviously, we're going to need keys because we just picked up Guppy's tail. Drop a bomb here to get the nickel, and also to maybe get to the item room. We'll see. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Executing the mobs that are super annoying and ones that we just don't want to deal with. That's why I picked Little Horn. You see the floor lickers run into each other. That is due to the painting effect of Rotten Tomato. If I said apple, I meant tomato. Tomato, apple, you know. Tomato, tomato, apple. Same thing. Could there possibly be any more bombs alive? Thank you. And yes, I should have been using the Keeper's Shop because who knows what we could have been getting here. But oh well. So we've already bombed a Keeper, which means that we're going to be at maximum chance for a Devil Deal anyway. I might as well go in here. Obviously, getting the item room is going to be supremely important because of the presence of having more options and getting double item rooms. Little Horn doing quick work. We get a range upgrade. That's just super duper duper. Oh, the angles of the shmoove know no bounds. Getting some flying, getting some movement speed would be nice right now. I would love to get the eraser, actually. The eraser is going to allow us to permanently remove one mob per use, as long as we hit that mob with the eraser, which we did on the Gaper turrets. And we have a big thank you to our sponsor here. Yeah, our sponsor. More options. We don't actually have a sponsor. Wish we did. All right, no curse this time. It's actually something that like I've been meaning to like kind of bring up again. You know, talking about sponsored content here on YouTube. I've done obviously lots of not a lot of stuff, but some sponsored stuff on Twitch, but never ever really on YouTube, save for like a couple of instances of games where I was paid to do so. You know, I joined, as everyone knows, I joined SideQuest Media last year. And you haven't really seen any sponsored content here on YouTube yet. I've done 1 or 2 sponsors for them on Twitch, but it wasn't anything like huge. It was for Risk of Rain 2 and I think something else. But I've talked to management about it and I'm like, hey, I want to do more sponsor stuff. It's kind of the whole reason why I joined. And they're like, we agree. But the YouTube is what advertisers want, because obviously I get more traffic here on YouTube. And it's something I talked about a few years ago. Well, actually last year when I was talking about, you know, joining a talent management group and in new media and doing that sort of thing. So I'll excuse me. Give me one moment. I gotta pause the recording. Whew. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I truly apologize. But yeah, talking about sponsored content, I'll reiterate what I said a few years ago. Yes, last year. Which was that if and when the time comes that I'm going to be doing sponsored content here on YouTube, it would probably be like those just quick like 1-minute ad reads. It would be during an Isaac run. Like I'll make sure it's not at a pivotal point or anything, but like it'd be like a, you know, like this item is awesome, just like our sponsor Manscaped, or you know, something like that, like the bog standard YouTube companies, you know, Manscaped, Ridge Wallet, HelloFresh, all that kind of stuff. So, but if and when that happens, I will give everyone plenty of a notice in advance. You know, luckily doing daily content here that you can set your watch to, I can keep you all pretty informed on what's going on. And the loyal Mosh Pit viewers will, it won't be a shock to those of you. Now, newer people, you know, they probably don't watch every single video. They'll probably be like, what is this sponsored stuff? How dare people make money? Yeah, you know, there's lots of bills to be paid. Hey, look, we all work, right? But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because I have negotiated some stuff with the agency, and you know, and we're going to try to get start doing some sponsored content here on YouTube that isn't just playing games, like actual like sponsored brand stuff. So, but again, if and when that happens, I will give everyone plenty of warning in advance. So I'm going to take Skinny on Mushroom, even though it kills our already kind of bad damage. At the very, very least, we get a movement speed upgrade. That's how desperate we are for movement speed right now. So I'm kind of tempted to play the sack room. If we play the sack room, we're going to lose a lot of soul hearts. We do have a bone heart. If we're going to do this, we need to make sure that we find any more hearts on the ground. Or we go into the Devil Deal now via the Joker card. But I think that if we're going to play the sack room, I don't know, it's a little bit risky right now because we don't have a lot of leeway in terms of HP. But Skinny on Mushroom at least maxes out at the soft cap. It maxes out our tears rate. You know, it does have an associated damage down, and it gives us a movement speed upgrade. We'll take one gander in here. Maybe we'll get a couple extra soul hearts. Okay, well, it didn't cost us anything, but we didn't gain anything. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know if a sack room play is going to be the right choice here. Logistically, with the money payout, we could potentially ball out of control later on, but I don't trust this run right now, as you can see from our damage stat. And again, that's self-inflicted wounds there because of Skinny on Mushroom. But in my opinion, it's still worth it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we get some damage up here. We get the mom transformation. Okay. Making me feel a little bit better. Let's see if we actually get a Devil Deal this time. Loving our DPS now is good. Our damage is still kind of grody, but you know, 4.69 damage is not. It's nothing to sneeze at when you've got five attacks per second. And of course, as you would think we would, we missed the Devil Deal with a 73%. All right, here we go. Now 1, nothing's wrong with me. 2, nothing's wrong with me. I always thought that was the dumbest part of that song. I still think that Bodies is dumb. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I think that Bodies is I've always thought that song was corny and like not good. Mostly because of the whole counting to 4 thing. They just say it over and over again. 1, nothing's wrong with me. 2, nothing's wrong with me. 3, nothing's wrong with me. 4, nothing's wrong with me. That's an actual lyric from the song. And I'm no lyricist, but I do try to pretend to be one occasionally. So if you're wondering how come we healed a full heart there instead of a half heart, it's because we have Maggie's bow, which is going to heal for all red heart heals that we get times 2. So 1 full red heart heals for 2, 1 half red heart heals for 1, yada yada yada. Now I think it's in our best interest to try to get these mimic chests here. We may lose a bone heart for it, but okay. Not bad. I mean, we did get a rotten heart, and we got some money. No keys, unfortunately. So we have a 33% chance for the next tap to either give us 33 coins or teleport us, I think. And yes, we are going to go all the way back to the boss room to go get this heart. Again, trying to maximize our full potential here. I think the super secret's north of that room. Gotta be here then. That's the only other place. Yes. I mean, technically, it's not the only other place, but yeah. Yeah. So we could use the Soul of Magdalene. I don't know if that's going to trigger off of the sacrifice room or not. But we're essentially almost done tapping this room here. We can always use the strength card if we get in trouble. We just need 7 more taps, so. So hard. I'm going to go ahead and take it now. 33% chance tails with the Angel deal. And we do, and we get the Star of Pog. Oh, mama. Actually stopped us from taking damage there. We get Redemption, which seems to always show up. Go. Get rid of that. There we go. That. Go to our final payout, which gives us soul hearts. Okay. So once again, Sac Room comes in big here. Star of Bethlehem, obviously one of the best hard carry items you can get. And with Redemption, if we end up getting into a devil deal, but then refuse to take anything, we'll gain a little bit of stats. It's really kind of negligible, but it's, I mean, something better than nothing. So the Star of Bethlehem is going to take us directly to the boss on every floor. We simply just have to follow it. Now, in a recent patch, it was changed to where the Star of Bethlehem will always go faster whenever Isaac is going in the correct direction but is ahead of where the Star of Bethlehem's position is. And vice versa, if we're going in the wrong direction and we're nowhere near the Star of Bethlehem, it will actually significantly slow down. And that's, I don't know the tech behind that, but that's really cool. Wouldn't mind erasing thises, but I'm gonna be patient. I would love to not, but so here you go. Here's the Star of Bethlehem. Yep. I'm not even gonna think about it. Bonies can GTFO. So you see how fast the Star of Bethlehem accelerates whenever we're not in the room, but we are going in the right direction towards the boss. Yep. And we get Marrow. And it's going to be Krampus. All right. Well, at the very least, I guess we can take Lump of Coal. At the very worst, we can get some kind of stat upgrade from Redemption. Okay, so let's go back. Obviously, we want to try to find the store and also the shop, but the problem is, how many keys? Necesito mucho llave. Muchas llave. We need lots of keys. I really wish Redemption had like any kind of flying associated with it, because it does look so much like Dogma. wondering what that inverted cross above our head is, that is redemption. So redemption, you essentially get to hold on to it. If you take a devil deal, it's going to cancel out this buff. But if you refuse the devil deal after going in there, you will actually gain a permanent stab buff on the next floor, which is real nice. Sometimes. Other times it doesn't give you really anything that matters. You bighorn. I mean, we can take it. It just comes down to holding on to the Joker card, just because, like, we know that we're not there's going to be a high percentage devil deal / angel deal that we're going to fail. And I need to be prepared for that. So right now, what we really need is a key. Like, I cannot overemphasize how much we need a key right now. Yeah, so you see us sending in the dip there against the aggravated or the painted target. And funnily enough, redemption is going to help us out with damage. What? Was there a spider that snuck past the chest there that I didn't see? Okay, so this is huge here because there's another sacrifice room. We have tons of HP. Again, a problem here, the major one being we cannot get into the shop or the item room. So that is Guppy's tail for you. Get Divine Intervention, which, I mean, again, it's another free angel deal item, so kind of whatever. We get money. Again, so there is no feasible way to get into shop or the item room, even if the curse, or even if the secret room was adjacent to it, which it's not. It wouldn't do us dirty like this, would they? No, it's not there. No, it's not there. It's probably not here, but not there. Be here. This is the only other spot this could be at this point. It's a greed fight, which means that the shop would be good if we can get a key. And we didn't. Okay, there we go. That is Guppy's tail for you. Yikes. Yikes. Leaving behind an unopened shop when we've already fought greed, plus an unopened item room, is a big yikes. And another Curse of the Blind. So there is redemption giving us some form of help. You see what happens when we get the damage and tears rate, we can ball with anybody right now. So waiting for a key here. Obviously, Curse of Blind on this floor is not necessarily all that detrimental because we don't really have the items we're taking from bosses other than Mom giving us the Polaroid or the negative, which right now I'm 100% telling you it's going to be Polaroid. Hey, my God, we got a key. By God. My God. Got a key. Ironically, though, it's Curse the Blind. So, like, there's nothing that we can take out of the store, even with 99 cents. Unless there's a restock machine in there, we're not going to be able to buy much. See, sometimes there's a tinted rock. Occasionally you can find a tinted rock in there, and they're hiding. Oh, was that really all the pins? Okay, whatever. Toxic shock. Okay, toxic shock's fine. Ain't no qualms there. We still are looking for the item shop though, and also a way to get in there. We get a much needed key. Still think it's worth it for us to go into the shop just because of the amount of money that we have. We look at Divine Intervention there. Divine Intervention, by the way, with a double tap on the directional input, the firing input, is going to give you a... it's supposed to be an impenetrable wall. It was not a good example of it there, but... and deals damage. Reminds me very much so of the Crusader ability back in Dungeon Fighter Online. Here I am thinking that was almost going to be... that was going to be it for our keys. So we get Sharp Key, which, I mean, Sharp Key is whatever, but at least we get 5 keys out of it. We get a Golden Bomb now, so there's no excuse for us not to find the Super Secret Room. Excuse me? In a planetarium. I guess we did skip that one item room, but wasn't expecting an immediate planetarium. We get Jupiter. Okay. Okay. Jupiter. Look, I've gone on record saying Jupiter is one of those comeback of the year items for me. I absolutely love the poison gas attack. It does so much damage. And on top of that, it allows you to essentially kill multiple groups of mobs at once. And on top of that, it has no cooldown on the poison. Like the actual poison application of the item. So Jupiter is great. The only downside, of course, is the movement speed down, but hey, I'm willing to deal with it right now. Okay. The Black Soul Heart, that's fine. We have a Joker card just in case we can't get in there, despite it being Curse the Blind. This is Star of Bethlehem was just made for mowing these suckers down here. Double 2-heart Devil deal. Gonna be Lusty Blood, okay, and Succubus. Okay, not the best, but not the worst. If you would have asked me, would I have taken any of those had it not been Curse of Blind? The answer is I probably would have taken Lusty Blood because it has been showing up quite a bit, but I would not have taken Succubus. We get a Yara rune here, and wow, we go straight to the boss thanks to Star of Bethlehem. Now we really need to make a decision. Are we going to use the Yara on life, or are we going to use it on the chest? In the chest. Yeah, we're going to heavily rely on Star of Bethlehem here to boost our damage by a lot. And we get an HP upgrade. All right. All right. I think the Yara rune is going to be more valuable. We've already been to... Oh, yeah. So dumb. So dumb. What's dumb is that even if you pick something up in the Devil Deal, like a sack, and it has no Devil Deal cost associated with it at all, it's going to Rune Redemption. Doesn't make any sense. Try to blow my nose. Allergies going nuts today. So we're going to move forward over here to see whether or not Star Bethlehem proceeds over here. That. And the answer is no, because nothing over here. Okay, what we can't do is we can't continue to take chip damage here and there. So we need to get that under control right now. I don't know where you magic pixies found this magic pixie drink, but I sure like it. Very tempted to erase those spiders. Looking for a little bit of a juicier target. Oh, yeah. How did we get in here? And then I realized, oh, yeah, it was through a card. Probably, the thing is that it's going to be a little bit difficult to erase something that we want because of Toxic Shock. Take the Yara rune here. There is a Tinted Rock. It's a double Tinted Rock, excuse me. Yeah, I'm just gonna double that right now, because this gives us 4 soul hearts, a little bit of bombs, and also allows us to preserve our Joker card. We drop our Joker card, or I don't even remember at this point. Death card, Hermit card. Okay. The Hermit card will at least allow us to teleport randomly in the chest if we ever get there. Nice. If we ever get any way of breaking the Tears cap here, we're going to have a massive, massive DPS increase. You saw a little glimpse of Star Bethlehem going through this room. Oh, okay. That's been a shot there, old Husky. Wasn't quick enough to erase something. We got to erase something. We may be able to erase eye lasers, but yeah, fine. The extendo neck guys aren't really bad. I would have much rather erased mom hands, but trigger had already been pulled. Okay. All right. Here we go. They saw how long and delayed that wait was for the Star of Bethlehem. It will sit there and wait for you. It will do you a solid. Did get a Devil Deal here. That's gonna be... There we go. A little bit of extra little damage there. Oh, which I just raised blorbs or beacons. I guess blorbs. A toxic shot going ham here. All right, which way are we going? So Star Bethlehem's either going to go up or down here. Unless there's, for some reason, a secret room inside of the mob trap room. Really shouldn't be using any more keys right now, especially with us coming up to the end of the line in terms of the chest, but I feel like upgrade. HP upgrade. Okay. I gotta say, despite us taking early Skinny on Mushroom, you know, it really didn't have a whole lot of lasting effect on our damage. You know, we're still sitting at 9.28 unbuffed. You throw in Succubus and Star of Bethlehem, you got yourself a party. Yeah, that is a sentence that would have been wild about 400 years ago to say. You don't want to be caught saying that. The Star of Bethlehem will catch up to us eventually. Here, and it shouldn't take too long. You definitely don't want to start Isaac without Star of Bethlehem, so, you know, yeah, hurry your little tush up there. We're going to try to stay in the Star of Bethlehem as long as possible. If we could push him past phase 2 to phase 3, that'd be perfect. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Then let's see where the Hermit card takes us in the chest here. Super long-winded run. I mean, we had to make some big-time plays, and oh my goodness, well, how you doing? Eraser's not really necessary anymore, I would say. I'm going to skip ahead with the okay. I skip ahead, I mean go backwards one room. And we get Dogtooth. So I guess I'll take the Eraser just in case. Yeah. This is our damage with Polyphemus being influenced by Star Bethlehem. All right, where are you going, Star Bethlehem? I'm guessing you're going to go up because that's where the big room is, but I could be wrong. Okay. 2020 is going to neuter our damage quite a bit, but it also helps us out with our tears rate. Also gives us more just radius that we can hit with Star of Bethlehem. I did hear Dogtooth go off. I'm not exactly sure where. Okay. Always gotta wait for your star. Gotta wait for your star player. Now, inevitably, someone's going to be like, maybe? Hey, it worked. Inevitably, someone's going to be like, hey, you shouldn't, why not just go? Why wait for the Star of Bethlehem? Well, it's always good to start, if you can, in the room with like a big invincibility aura. There we go. You see when the DPS kicks in. Oh man, so much damage there. So yeah, it was a rough run. Up until the very end. I think we did a good job early on. Obviously, the big time sacrifice room plays are still so strong, and I still encourage people to do it. Even if it puts you shouldn't put your run in danger, but if you have the ways to facilitate a full tap on the sacrifice room, you should definitely do it. And yeah, just goes to show you it helps out a lot. So thank you for watching, everyone. Your question of the episode today is going to be, what is your take on Star of Bethlehem? One of the best and strongest angel items in the entire game, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on it? Is it too strong? Is it good? Is it too good? Post them in the comments down below. The top 3 most upvoted comments will be read on next week's episode. Have a great weekend, everybody. And as always, I will see you all next time. Also, sorry about the coughing and the pause. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Dad of 2 and Nicholas Fernald. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.